everyone, welcome to Donna Just Being Real, the only way to be. Um, today's topic is St.Pauls nurse Bao Yang. I might be pronouncing the name wrong, but you can read it in read inside the comment section. Bao Yang killed by evil ex-boyfriend, murder suicide, harassing her since 2019. He's been harassing her. Okay, then afterwards I'm going to also report another crime story that will be part 2, the second one. So to anyone who's watching the replay, please check out the timestamps to help you to navigate to each crime stories, and also leave your feedback, your thoughts and opinions and comments inside the comment section. And just stick to what the commentaries, but all that other extra stuff you don't have to bother with. But we're going to get into this story here. And I've been wanting to touch on this story for a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't got to it. And Lisa, my dear, thank you so much that I was able to speak to you, because I was getting a little bit emotional about this story. And Lisa calmed me down, and thank you, Lisa. I love you, and I appreciate that. Because I came across a video of her, and I'm going to put the link inside the comment section that people might take a look and see, because it's, what this man did was trifling. And a lot of these evil people out here that do this are trifling. Okay? So I'm going to read an article, and after I read the article, I'm going to play some audio. And then after the audio, then I'm going to get into the next crime story. Okay? So just let me know if everybody, they hear me clearly. Put in there the mods, let me know if you hear me clearly. Put in there the sound check. And let me greet Screw. I guess you was the first one, Screw. Thank you for jumping aboard. Don't need a man stop telling me I do. Hugs and kisses to you. Lisa, my dear, thank you again. The real Jack Newtown, mods on deck. Hugs and kisses. Just get the likes up. Chef Disaster came in here quick. Dome, hugs and kisses to you. And Emmanuel, and how are you? Okay, so please, I'll greet everybody who's coming in. I will check it later. Can everybody hear me clearly before I start this topic? Please let me know before I start reading. Just let me know. Do you hear me good? Okay. Let me know if you can hear me good before I start. Okay. All right. And this is a real sad story. It's just amazing how these monsters, you know what I'm saying, they get fixated, they get so obsessed over you, and they would just go on for years just harassing you. This lowlife, this piece of crap, this evil person, the devil's son, didn't have nothing else better to do with his life but instead harass this woman. Okay, so I'm going to read the article. Thank you, Jack, and everything. Thank you. I'm going to get into it. Hopefully I won't hold everybody here too late tonight. But just hanging there with me, and let's get into this topic. All right, everybody hears me clear. This is good, because I have a new microphone, so I want to make sure, everybody can hear me good. Okay, let's get into this. St.Pauls woman was relentlessly harassed by ex-boyfriend before weekend murder suicide. This article I'm reading came out in March 22nd, 2021 at 5:12 p.m. Bao Yang, I might be pronouncing her name wrong, so excuse me for pronouncing it wrong. A nurse and a mother of 2 had done everything that she could to shake an ex-boyfriend. She broke off the relationship. She moved. She called the police when he harassed her. She filed charges when he raped her and shaved her head. See? Monster. But nothing worked. On Saturday, this evil person, 39, of St.Pauls, caught Yang at her house in the city, Greater East Side neighborhood, and authorities said that he shot her before turning the gun on himself. This punk, this piece of crap. All right, the son said that all she ever wanted was to raise my little brother in the best life that she could give him. Vang, I believe that's the son's name, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, 21 years old, said in an online post, "I could see how much stress that she carried every day, but still always managed to provide for my brother and I." Now just think about it. Every day she got to live her life in fear, being stressed out because of this evil person right here harassing her. You know what I mean? Because he don't have nothing else to do because you're a piece of crap. You bum. You piece of crap. Oh, I'm about to go in on this monster right here. All right, let's go on more about this evil person. Scene of the crime. Police were called to 1920 East Montana Avenue about 8:30 a.m. Saturday on a report of a shooting found this monster and Yang outside the house suffering from a gunshot wound. St.Pauls Fire Department medics arrived shortly after the pronounced that this monster died at the scene. Yang was transferred to regional hospital where she died. And she probably was suffering in pain. This monster. All right, I resume reading. Neighbors who heard the two gunshots said that other family members came running out of Yang's house, screaming and crying. My mom's life was taken away due to domestic violence. Her life was taken too soon, and we are still grieving and in shock. Words can't describe what my family and I are going through. Piece of crap. Okay. According to the family, Yang, 39, was a single mother of two who worked multiple jobs to provide for her sons. See? Working hard. And then have to deal with the stress of this monster. Okay, I changed the picture so you can see the pictures of her kids. Okay, who worked multiple jobs to provide for her sons. She carved out time to go to school to become a registered nurse, graduating and getting her license a few years ago. My mom was a very caring person, Vang wrote. She was always smiling, always laughing. She was so full of life. Her relationship with this monster, however, had to change her life for the worse. He's a level 3 sex offender. According to the court's record, this monster was a level 3 sex offender, the highest rank, highest risk, and possible threat to public safety. Well, then what the heck was he doing on the streets? That's what somebody needs to answer me. Why was he on the streets? Anybody just come in? Let me show you this monster again. Wait a minute. Nope. There goes the monster. He should have never been out. Okay, to public safety. When he moved to St.Pauls in November 2020, the St. Pauls Police Department notified the public for his new address in 1200 block of Beach Street. The notice says that this monster has held a female teenager against her will, manipulated her through alcohol, physical force, and accomplice, and engaged in sexual contact with her. He had served time and been released in 2014. Court cases against him in Wisconsin shows him being found guilty of second-degree sexual assault of a child in 2003 and in court for domestic abuse in 2011. Oh, he was a piece of crap. He should have never been out in the streets. Police called multiple times. Now I'm going to get into this one. It's unclear how she met this monster, but the police record shows that she had come to regret it. Police were called to this lady's house 15 times in the past year, 5 times in July 2020, 7 times in February 2021, and twice in March, not including Saturday. Many of the calls related to her being harassed by this monster. On August 16, 2019, St. Paul's police met with Yang at the M Health Fairview Woodwinds Hospital in Woodsbury. Mods, hold it down. I'll greet everybody who's coming in here. I want to finish this article and then I'll read the chat. Let me resume reading. Had called them to report a sexual assault at her residence in the 2100 block of Highland Avenue. She told the police that this monster was her ex-boyfriend, that he had lived in Arkansas, and that she broke up with him in the early July because they wasn't compatible. Earlier that day, Yang, who worked nights, had been sleeping when she was awakened by something that's been thrown against the bedroom window. She looked out and saw this monster who was begging her to let him in. Yang opened the door to speak with him, according to the court records, but he pushed his way in. Piece of crap. And Yang tried to call 911, but this monster grabbed the phone and broke it. He picked her up and threw her on the couch and raped her, according to the court records. This monster told Yang that he has seen a video on YouTube where a man shaves the head of a woman who has cheated on him, according to the court records. This monster found her clippers and shaved her head. You hear this? You hear what this piece of crap did? He busts into her place, rapes her, and then shaves off her head. Oh, you should have never been out in the streets. Never. Seemed like somebody need to sue somebody. Yang pressed charges, but in the late 2019 had changed her mind because she felt that pursuing the case would make things worse for her. See, sometimes some women, they drop the cases because they're so scared of their life that it's going to upset them more. However, in February, she changed her mind again after this monster began sending sexual photos of her to Yang's ex-boyfriend, with whom she has custody battles with. So we sound like you got a little revenge porn over here. You're not supposed to do that. And that's going to be a topic that I'm going to be discussing about revenge porn. And the real Jack Newtown, we're going to do a collab on that one about revenge porn. Thank you, Jack, said you're willing to do that. And stay tuned. I will get into that one. Let me resume reading. However, in February, she changed her mind again after this monster began sending sexual photos of her to, I said that one already, to her ex-boyfriend. Okay, I told you that one. And they was already going through a court battle with custody, according to the court records. This monster was arrested on February 24th for allegedly sending the inappropriate photos. On February 26th, a Ramsey County District Court judge approved this monster's release with conditions. You see, he should have never been released, because if he was never released, this beautiful woman would have been still alive. Would have been still alive. This is the crime scene. Okay. On February 27th, police said that someone from the Montana Avenue address called to report that her ex-boyfriend had called and said, "Drop the charges," and hung up. An investigator reached out to Yang to offer services related to domestic violence. On March 1st, this monster posted a $10,000 bond for bail. 19 days later, police returned to Yang's house to find her dying on her front lawn. So if he wasn't out, she'd have been still alive. Everybody's following me? I hope y'all following me. This is very emotional. Okay. Our hearts go out to this victim, loved ones, and family, Sergeant Natalia Davis, spokeswoman of St.Pauls Police Department, said Saturday. This is devastating for everyone involved. Yang's death marked the 8th homicide this year in St.Pauls. That's the end of that article. Now I'm going to play a little audio, everybody. Alright, I'm going to play some audio. But first, I'm going to put a link in here. And I just discovered this today, everyone. So if you can, check out this video and like it. Because this is a video that I believe one of the family members, might have been her son, did, remembering of Bao Yang. And it's very touching. She's a beautiful person, and this should have never happened. Harassed for years. I put the link here in the chat. So if you can, check it out and like the video. Okay? Now, I'm going to play this audio here. Ooh, do I have the audio? Okay, everything I'm playing fair use, educational purpose only. Okay. Let me play the audio.
Ramsey County court documents that detail the abuse Bao Yang says she endured from her former boyfriend Doua are difficult to read. In it is a 2019 report that shows Yang saying she was sexually assaulted in her own home by Lau, whom she had broken up with months before. She was sleeping when he begged her to let him inside her home. He forced his way in. She had 911 on standby on her phone, but he broke that too. The affidavit continues with details of the attack, all of that ending in Lau shaving Yang's head. The last paragraph of the affidavit says in late 2019, Yang decided not to pursue the case because, quote, Lau continued to harass her and she believed that pursuing the case would make things worse for her.
There's a stigma around reporting.
Hal Paley, the Equity and Capacity Building Program Manager for Violence Free Minnesota, says a victim survivor's decision to drop charges against their attacker is not a binary one.
For victims, a lot of times they drop charges because there's other factors that go into this dynamic. A lot of times the person that is committing this violence against them is somebody that they love or loved. You know, it might be a partner, a current partner, an ex-partner, the parent of their child.
Bound by circumstances, Lee says sometimes those circumstances can also be purely external.
I'm from the Hmong community, and I can say that, you know, majority of the reason why people would drop charges is because of the backlash from the community, the victim blaming and the shaming that victims experience when law enforcement and the criminal justice system is involved.
And what does that victim blaming look like? Is it like, how could she do that?
A lot of the victim blaming would look like isolation, that this person, this victim or survivor then has lost all their support systems in the community, and that the people who support them, they also then face backlash as well. And there's this domino effect of like the negative stigma of including law enforcement or the criminal justice system in these cases. And like I said, you know, this is my experience from the Hmong community.
Not to mention fear was a factor for Yang, as she specifically said pursuing the case would make things worse.
That it's going to anger that person, and then, you know, if somebody were to do an order for protection, it's just a piece of paper.
It seems like she did everything right. Like, she left the relationship, she moved, and yet still she's not here with us anymore. What was she supposed to have done?
I'm not criticizing the criminal justice system. I'm saying that there's a gap, and that there have been many points of interventions that could have happened and it didn't.
Hal Pei told Sharon that we could start doing something collectively as community. We could start to bring change by listening to victim survivors when they have the courage to open up and tell their stories.
I'm sorry. Well, I don't know if everybody heard me. I didn't put the mic back on. I apologize. But what I was saying is, I wish that he would have survived so he could have got his butt whooped every day. That he could have suffered every day in jail and got his ass whooped. Sat there and terrorized this woman for 2 years, harassing her. Had the nerves to bust into her home and then shave off her hair. Rape her and then shave off her hair. You gotta be kidding me. You know, I'm telling you, I think these people actually have the devil in them. Because there's no way you cannot have the devil in you. What kind of people is this? This is insane. And these poor kids do not have their mothers anymore. You know, she's working, going to school. And I know it was so hard for her to work. She trying to put up a smile for her children, knowing that she was dying inside and she was scared every day because of this piece of crap right here. Beautiful. There go the kids. Okay, everyone, we're going to be going on to story number 2. And like I said, I will put the link in the chat again. And everybody, please take time to watch that video and like it. I really would appreciate it if you do. And you'll see what I'm talking about. You know, this domestic violence have to stop. And the courts need to do more. I mean, if a person has a record of criminal history of violence, sex offender, why was he walking in the streets? Okay, we're going to get into crime story number 2. Alright, let me change the picture. Okay, everyone, this is crime story number 2. We're going to talk about this piece of crap right here. Oh yeah, he's a piece of crap. This guy is a co-worker to this lady. They don't have the name. An ex-co-worker. So for whatever reason, he wasn't, you know, I guess he left the job, whatever reason. But he was stalking her. And you're stalking a woman that is married. She's married. He's stalking her, leaving candy, stuff in front of her house, and food. Are you flipping kidding me? You see, this stalking is out of hand. You know, these people are just relentless. They just don't seem to stop. So I'm going to read this article, and then we're going to discuss it, and I'll read the chat, everybody. Oh, you heard about this, Lisa? Yeah, this crazy one. Okay, everybody, everything I'm reading, educational purpose only. I'm going to get into this story. Yeah, don't need a man. You sure do, don't he? Okay. Alleged stalker. This happened in April. Alleged stalker who left candy outside a woman's home arrested after shooting her husband, attempting to kidnap her. Okay, let's get in the story. A man has been arrested after stalking his former female colleague for over a month, shooting her husband and attempting to kidnap her from her own home. The incident occurred on Friday, April the 2nd in Tulsa, Oklahoma, when the unnamed target of the kidnapping was leaving for work in the morning as her husband escorted her to her vehicle when they saw the suspect, Justin Arthur Ray Davis. Monster. Evil. You're pathetic. Sitting in his truck nearby, according to the statement from the Tulsa Police Department. Davis has been stalking the victim for over a month after he resigned at their mutual workplace, the police said. She has made reports of Davis sitting outside of her apartment and leaving candy and food on her doorsteps. It was then that Davis got out of his truck with a shotgun and chased after the couple with it, as they ran back into the apartment. Let me change the picture here. I can show you where they was living at. Okay, this is the best. I couldn't find much pictures. Davis shot through the door, hitting the husband in the hand, authorities said. This monster, this pathetic person, went inside the apartment and grabbed the victim, dragging her down the stairs, assaulting her along the way. Police said that the neighbors woke up to the sounds of the incident and witnessed Davis choked and punched the victim, leading them to immediately call 911. So what was his goal to do? What do you thought you was gonna do, sir? You thought you was just gonna get her from her husband with some food and some candy, whatever and stuff, and she was just gonna leave her husband like that. You gotta be kidding me. You're bona fide sick. Okay. The husband then came, I resume reading, I'm sorry. The husband then came back downstairs to save her, and this piece of crap pointed the shotgun at him, saying that he will kill them if she doesn't get in the truck, the police said. The suspect then reportedly fired 2 shots from the shotgun into the air. This piece of crap took off as authorities began to arrive on the scene. Let me show here. This is when his car went in. He had a big crash. Yep. Let me repeat this part again. Davis took off with authorities began to arrive on the scene, which led to a short police chase on I-44. But when the suspect attempted to take an off-ramp, he crashed his car and he lost control of it. Ha ha! This piece of crap was transported to a local area hospital for lacerations to his head and booked into the Tulsa County Jail. Officers recovered the shotgun and ammo at the scene of the accident. It has not been disclosed what charges this piece of crap will face for his involvement in the incident. See? You got some crazy co-workers out here. You got to watch out for your darn co-workers. This co-worker was obsessed over her. And he figured he's going to take her away from her husband. Are you kidding me? How you thought that was possible? That's just a bunch of crap. Okay, so those are the 2 stories I want to report, and then hopefully y'all can get this. Check out that link that I put in. All right, let me read these comments, everyone. Okay, let me get to the comments. Okay. My Purple Heart Chef disaster. Hugs and kisses. Okay, everybody said they heard clearly. Yep, Jack. Yes, he did do that to her. Alright, Donna says, welcome tonight. Forgot the thumb. Uh-oh, thank you. Yeah, Dome. Very sick. Sick. The real Jack Newtown said, yep, blame the system. Yeah, because he should have never been out that first case. Should have never been out. And this woman would have been still alive. He should have never been out. Okay, let me go to the next one. Okay. He should have been put in the Barrett patch. Okay, I hear you, Jack. All right, my Purple Hearts, thank you. Lisa said, where were all the children his? If you're talking about the first one, no, none of those children were his. Those are from another father. It wasn't his. Was no kids with him. All right, and Jack said, get those likes up. Yes, everybody, get the likes up. All right, chefs. Purple, hugs and kisses to you. DOD, welcome. Glad to have you here. All right, let me say. Chef Disaster says, look at the blinds in the window. Yeah, you see that, right? I did see it too, Chef. All right, you saying why DOD to which one? I don't know which story you're talking about. If you're talking about the first one, she was being harassed by this ex-boyfriend for 2 years. All right. I know, Jack. You got to be kidding me. He said, get yourself a registered gun. Learn how to shoot it because you got to protect yourself with these monsters. Purple Hearts. Okay, the link. All right, Jack says, hold up. Oh, well, you know, I don't pay stuff like that attention. All right, Lisa, I heard about the second. Okay, you heard about that one. Yeah, don't need a man. He does look completely insane. Yeah, look at his face, right, Chef? Face look disgusting. Thank you, fair use. All right, let me, ooh, I'm missing a lot of comments here. Yep, Purple. Disgusting. All right, Emmanuel says, can't trust nobody. And it's so sad, right, Emmanuel? So sad. So many people out here you cannot trust. And you don't want to live your life in fear, but you got to be careful and keep that third eye open. Purple Hearts, thank you, Donna Below. All right, Dome says, I stay to myself these days. Stories depress me, man. Have to be careful. And I feel sorry for like that second story, too. You know, your co-worker stalking you. This woman is married. She doesn't want him. And he's stalking her, coming to the house. invading her privacy, and then got the nerves to come over there with a gun and attempt to kidnap her. So what were you planning to do, sir? What was your goals next? If you got her, what was your goals to do next? You piece of crap. Look at him. Trifling. Piece of crap. Mama and daddy laid down and made a piece of crap by the name of Justin. Yeah. Alright, anybody have any comments, questions, or whatever and stuff? Please put inside the chat. And we're gonna do a moment of silence for this first lady here. So anybody have any questions, anything, put in the chat? Okay. Let me know, because I'm about to end it. And thank you, mods, for being here on deck. And to whoever's coming in here, please watch the replay so you catch the beginning to whatever that you missed. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do a moment of silence. First, I'm going to do a quick prayer, then I'm going to do a moment of silence. Okay? That's a darn shame. Okay. Let me change this. Okay. I'm going to do a quick prayer, then moment of silence. Dear God, bless everyone that's in the live stream. Bless everyone that watches the replay. And God, blessing to her sons, because they don't have their mother no more. And blessings to her family, because she had a big family that loved and adored her. And this piece of crap that killed her was probably jealous because she had so much love and support around her. And that's why he did it. Everything. And God, help the lady's husband who got shot in his hand. That may he recover. He recovers fine. And again, bless everybody in the chat. Bless everybody who's watching the replay. We love you. We adore you. We need you. Amen. Okay, and also before I cut off, I also wait a minute. Alright, this is a link here for one of my moderators, Jack. He's having a live stream tonight. Might be informative to you. Might want to know what's going on over here in Israel. Everything's just crazy. So here's the link for his live stream that'll be starting this evening. Oh gosh, what time? Oh, I think at about 8:30, 8:45 or something like that. So there's a link in his live for the live stream. That's for Jack. Okay. And please, check it out. If you're interested, just hit on the link and go over there. And now we're going to have the moment of silence, everyone. Everybody have themselves a blessed night and a great night. And stay tuned for the next one. Thank you. Bye.